Let the blessings come from the north, from the south, the east and the west. We have overcome by the words of our mouth. We have victory, yeah. Let the blessings come.
Good evening, viewers. This is DrCI. You are welcome to another edition of 10 Minutes with DrCI. And this time, we are bringing someone who is into the school administration, the student union president of University of Bolton. Is here to let you know, for so many of you want admissions to come down to UK to study. We're presenting one of the best schools, upcoming best schools in UK to you today. He's going to say so many things: student life, student outcome, how you need to come into Aberdeen, Bolton, and what you need. So I'll bring in our guest today, student union president. His name is Ansh Sachdeva from Bolton. Let him come and say hello to viewers. Yes, hello.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Professor, for having me. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Good. Can you kindly tell us more about yourself? People say, okay, so we say you are. I know very well that Bolton has 60 nationals studying in that school. It's record breaking. To have different people coming, and then for you to be student union president is a thing of joy for people watching us all over Asia, and Africa, who wants to come to UK to study. You are like an inspiration of hope to many. So tell us about yourself, so that viewers we know today.
Like many viewers watching, I am an international student myself from India, New Delhi, and I made my journey in 2016, and I think it's been fantastic experience, whether it's the student experience, whether it's coming to the UK and learning about the British education, the British lifestyle, and just being in a diverse atmosphere. So it's been an absolute pleasure.
Very nice, very nice. Now, can you share to our viewers the expected student experience of the University of Bolton? I know you are loaded with many things about them. Life is all about purpose, what someone wants to do. What are the students, to experience when they come over to Bolton?
Well, there's a lot of opportunities for students in Bolton. Whether it's in terms of student experience, there's sports, there's clubs and societies to get involved. There's the students' union, there's the sports center. There's a massive facility for students. And Bolton's just 15 minutes from Manchester. It's a big city. So on the train, you can just get on, there's pubs, there's bars, there's gigs, there's theater around in Bolton and, in Manchester. Big cities like Liverpool, Manchester are not too far away. And Bolton itself has many things to do. So, you want to see the town, you want to go, for a trek, you want to, do camping. There's the Rivington Pike. The university has facilities, for outdoor sports like, water sports, in the Anderton Center. So there's a lot of facilities in place, and there's so many that I can't think of right now, but and so many that are restricted due to COVID. But there's enough number of facilities for all types of different students to get involved in.
Very good. What of the admission? How difficult it is, for students outside UK to come in and study in Bolton? Is it that easy? Is it what kind of advice will you give? What is the experience for admissions?
I think we have got a fantastic admissions team in place, and I wouldn't say that it's difficult. I would say that it is robust and it has to be proper. That is the main focus. You have to have the right documentations. You have to have your IELTS. You have to have your A levels or CBSE boards in India, and your year 12 marks, your college marks, and you have to have the right documentations to get the visa, to get the process. And it's pretty simple because the admission team literally walks you through it.
mm,
And to all the international students watching,
mm,
don't depend on your agents. Ask university the questions as well. It's very
mm,
simple to send an email. It's just
mm,
admissions@bolton.ac.uk. Don't give money to your agents. Don't, because I
mm,
think a lot. I think I would like to
mm,
raise this issue that agents make a lot of money. While when I came to the uni,
mm,
I did it on my own. I got my admission on my own. You don't have to pay anything for the admission. You have to pay after
mm,
So agents make a lot of money, and
mm,
just check on your agents. That's one advice, because agents do a lot of
mm,
scams. You don't have to pay £5,000 to the agent before coming. No,
mm,
that's bullshit.
mm, mm. That means, in other words, the money you are paying to agents could also help for your living expenses
Definitely,
if you save very
definitely.
well. You know. Mm, mm. That is very good. That is very good. Viewers is saying, look, do the necessary work. Don't be lazy. Search the
Yeah,
online. Check out the University of Bolton. Send an email. They always reply because we
and
have capable people. Exactly what
definitely.
he's saying. Mhm.
And if you are lazy, then I don't know why you want to come to the United Kingdom. It's a place where you have to work for your dreams. You have to work
Good
for
question.
everything.
Good
Even if you
observation.
even in our home country, we have to work for
Mm,
everything. So I don't know why you want to be lazy and be dependent on anyone
mm,
else. So don't be dependent on the agents.
mm, mm. Very
I'm
good.
not saying
Very
I'm
good.
not saying all
Then
agents
tell
are
us
bad.
why University of Bolton.
Yeah,
Yes. No, I understand, but there are people, agents are there to do the ones others maybe not have time to do. But
yeah.
for the common man, for someone who doesn't have that very rich parents and who is struggling to make it, he's saying, as she's saying today, that you can make it. It doesn't matter where you come, it doesn't matter what your parents are. He's saying you can make it if you search for knowledge, if you dig deep to know. Would you tell viewers today why Bolton? Why, in fact, begin from your own. Why did you decide to come to Bolton? Yes.
For me, it was for a different life experience. I uh, I would be a hypocrite if I say that I did the research. I did not do any research. I just wanted to start my life from a new place, just a random one.
Mm,
Didn't want to go to London because I have a lot
mm,
of people that I know in London. Didn't want to go anywhere else. I just wanted to start
mm,
fresh after school. I just thought that was my coming of age of
mm,
starting my life from a new chapter. So for me, it has been different. And for everyone,
mm,
don't come to Bolton just because
mm,
I have had a good experience. Come to the place where you think you would have a good experience. But I
mm.
think definitely, I think coming to Bolton randomly
Lovely.
was lovely. Was a beautiful mistake that I made. I thought it's a mistake, but it turned out to be one of the best experiences
Mm,
of my life. So, whether it's, the diversity, whether
mm,
it's learning about people, cultures, and apart from the education, I think education was the least important thing for me. Although it's, great and everything, but
mm,
you meet so many wonderful people, you get involved in so many things, and you learn a lot. You grow as a person, and that's what life
mm,
is, and that's the biggest education you can get. So for me, it was that, meeting wonderful people,
mm,
learning from them, having a wonderful relationship with the staff at the university. And my journey mm, is a bit different because I never thought I would be doing what I'm doing right now. So uh,
mm,
it's just about grabbing the opportunities. It's just about, if you want to do something, just do it. Put your heart and soul into it and just do it.
mm,
Don't think about
mm,
the consequences. You like something,
mm,
pursue that without any consequences. If it works, well and good. If it doesn't,
mm,
it's a life experience. You learn. And that's what education for me
Okay.
is. Life is the biggest subject, and life is the biggest
Mm,
education for me.
awesome. Awesome. Can you tell us some of the courses? People who are coming in to study different courses, so from the arts to the medical area to the engineering area to one of the best in the school. Because I noticed that Bolton is one of the school that combines film system, film X in creative school of creative technologies. Where computing is also there. Which happens to be my department. So I tell us more about the courses that has been offered in Bolton.
There's a number of courses. It's business management, and if we talk about undergraduate business management, there is special effects. Diverse courses, like there's fine
Mm,
arts, there's theater, there's nursing, there is
mm,
computing, there's engineering, there's biomedical engineering, there's motorsport engineering, there's
mm,
English literature, there is psychology, there's computing, as you mentioned.
mm,
There's so many of them, and I can't name them all. And they're
mm,
just fantastic courses, great lecturers, great
mm,
take up, great,
mm,
just a great overall atmosphere. And then the postgraduate courses are MBA, masters in all. They offer masters in almost every course that they
mm.
that they offer undergraduate in.
Of course.
Even there's sports courses for people who are interested in sports. So there's quite a lot of
Mm,
courses.
mm. Now, let's come back to your student union president. What gaps have you filled or are you feeling as the student union president? What impact have you made? What was your expectation? What have you achieved as student union president of the
Well,
school?
I feel that I have never been someone who has been comfortable talking about my achievements. I think achievement of a man has been measured by what the students, what the staff think about me. And
Mm,
I think having a relationship of respect and working through the pandemic, working through other crises,
mm,
has made me realize that I've done something for the students. I would not
mm,
specifically talk about it, but there's certain issues like
mm,
the daily life problems that the students face, whether it's complaints, whether there's appeals, whether there's
mm,
advice, and whether it's just having that friend in the students
mm,
union. I think I have been that friend, hopefully, for the last
mm,
2 years. And yeah, uh,
mm.
just the student experience, that has been the heart and soul of what I want to do and
Yes.
achieve, and just give the students the best
Mm,
experience that they deserve.
awesome. Awesome. You see, then when you see you have stayed in a place for 2 years, it's a whole lot to be in student unionism, 2 years. So, it's always nice to look at the next generation that is coming. So it's good for you to give us today what motivated you to this role so that we can also encourage others to come up even after you are finished your tenure.
I think the motivation from the day one has been, you know, it has never been every morning since I've been elected. I want to get up, I want to
Mm,
go to the office, and I want to work for the students. There has
mm,
not been one day since March 2019 when I'm like, I don't want to get up and go to the office. I know
mm,
I have to go there. There's not one day
mm,
that I've not thought about my work. There's not one day that I've not felt like I want to go
mm,
to work. So I think that's the simple
mm.
motivation. When you love something, when you like something, you have to put your heart and soul into it. Otherwise, I
Mm.
cannot do it. For me,
Passion.
there's no two ways.
Mm,
Either you give all in, or
mm,
you don't do it, or give your all heart and soul into it. And that's who I
mm,
am. and that's what I did with the role. So that was my motivation, and just to have that relationship with students, to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel that someone's listening to them, to make them feel that they care, and the love and respect and the support I got from the staff and the students, it's unbelievable. I never thought that, an 18-year-old who has always been told that he will fail as a person in his school by several of his teachers, not all of them, who was set up to fail, who was told that you will not amount to anything, is getting this amount of love and support, and wonderful messages. And I don't, just people giving you that respect. I don't think there's anything bigger than that. Don't think the money is the motivation. I think the respect, the work you put in for the students, and when the students feel happy, I think that's the biggest motivation, to have that relationship with the students and enhance the student experience.
Awesome. 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 Let's come back again to the students, who are coming in. What advice will you give as a person, as a student union president? What advice will you give them for those watching us now from Asia? You have seen from viewers that it's possible for you to come to UK and make a mark. It doesn't matter what you have been, it doesn't matter what you're going through. Once you have the passion, you can become somebody. Just like Ash, that is studying University of Bolton and making a difference. Can you give us some lasting advice to intended students? Because we want students to come into Bolton.
My advice would be simple. Do your research, find what you love, and even if you think it's the wrong thing, always have the courage to start over again. I know it's difficult. I know it's very difficult, but never back down. There's a lot of opportunities in life. You don't have to specifically come to Bolton, to London, to Manchester, to anywhere to do it. You can be sat in the home country. You can be sat at your home and make a difference. To make a difference, you don't have to go anywhere. You have to put your heart in the right place and just listen to it. And I'm 100% sure we all have it in us to change the world and play our part. No one's here to change the world. Everyone's here to play their part. So just play your part. Find what you love, and if you fall out of love or with something, find something again. The world's big, the life's beautiful. There's so much to do. Read books. I'm not a good reader, but I'm trying. Go out for a run. Work on yourself as a person. Leave the phone. There's a world outside of your phones. So make a difference, because Bolton, specifically Bolton. Coming back to Bolton, great place, diverse place, people from all sorts of backgrounds. So you learn a lot, and I think life is all about people and what you learn from them. You learn from people, and that's all life is. If you put things into perspective, your friends are people, your lecturers are people, your parents are people. Life is a subject, and people are the experience.
Yes. Very good. Thank you very much, Ansh Sachdeva, for coming to 10 Minutes with DrCI today. Viewers, I have presented to you the Student Union President of University of Bolton. He's a young man full with passion and vision. He has many places to go in life, and he has encouraged you today to apply to University of Bolton. Come and see, and come and live your passion. Come and live your dream. We welcome you to University of Bolton. See you in the application. Thank you again, Ansh. Can you say farewell to the viewers for us?
Yeah. Thank you for listening, and keep watching Professor's show, and get yourself motivated and get yourself to the place you want to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, and see you next time on another episode.
Thank you for having me.
Let the blessings come from the north, from the south, the east and the west. We have overcome by the words of our mouth. We have victory, yeah. Let the blessings come